All right, everybody, welcome to Contractor Radio. This is your host, Jim Johnson, the contractor coach with Contractor Coach Pro, where we help contractors get control of their business so they can grow their business and find that personal and financial freedom that they've been chasing since they started their business. So today, we've got this guest on, and this is going to be one of those ones where you want to click the subscribe button to us because it's going to be either amazing or awful. I have no idea. I do have an idea. It's going to be amazing. I got to talk to him for a few minutes. He has an immense following, 177,000 followers on Facebook, 50,000 on YouTube, another 50,000 on TikTok, making him probably the most followed roofer out there. He is the best damn roofer, a fictional character, YouTube superstar and sensation, Canadian freedom fighter, lyrical master. Please welcome Mr. Big Time, anti-establishment, Josh Bigger. What's up, Josh? Good to have you, man.
Yeah, you too. Thanks, Jim.
I'm super excited to have you on today. I made a post the other day, and I think I was talking about, the things you should look for in a coach and why you might want to get a coach. I had a video out there, and you're like, I'll be your coach. I was like, perfect. Let's see what this guy knows. And I found out that you know some things I don't know, and you do teach and coach on some things that I don't do. So this is going to be a great conversation. Before we get there, why don't you tell us a little bit of the story, like from roofer to one of the top influencers in our industry? What all started it? I would assume you started on a roof. How did it all go?
Been roofing ever since I was, a kid almost, and I was always into music and into entertaining. As like I said, I opened up for big bands like Offspring, Blink-182, Sum 41. Totally into music in my young teens, and as I kind of grew out of that stage of my life. And I was always maintained my roofing career. It's kind of always my summer job. I just decided one day to start making funny videos. I was like, there's no influencer, there's no entertainer in the industry, and the internet was there. So I just kind of started making funny videos for entertainment purposes for my community. And it just developed into, we started writing music. We started writing sitcom based videos. We started doing Roofing University. We do commercials now for Primeline Tools Canada. We do, stuff for Diamond, shingles. We work with different manufacturers in the industry. And so it's kind of grown from just a career in roofing and just kind of gone now to a influencer, marketer, production guy. I'm still roofing though.
Yeah, that's the wild part. Like, you've really made this into something, right? Like, you got a lot of followers. I don't know, we were messing with my lights and stuff while we're doing this. So my apologies to anybody watching this on YouTube. The technical stuff is technical stuff. But, I whenever you said, hey, I'll coach you, I went, okay, let's go check this guy out. Because I've seen you a few times. I've been at shows. You're up on a table singing. You got like a big bright green outfit on and your cowboy hat, and all kinds of crazy stuff. Have you always been like the guy that was? Would you maybe describe yourself back in school as like class clown? Any of that kind of stuff? Because I kind of was that kind of guy when I was younger.
Yeah, like when I was younger, I always make people laugh, right? So if it was in a room full of my family, I'd be doing something to make everybody laugh. I was the youngest of four boys, so I couldn't beat them up, so I had to beat them with laughter. I had to kill them with comedy, right? So it's kind of like I couldn't throw a punch, but I could throw some funny stuff at you, and it kind of got me out of a little bit of trouble throughout my life, being more funny than anything. And then as I became a musician, I really, I'd be running around with in a thong on stage, just to get attention, right? Because that's part of marketing. You need their attention, right? You've caught their attention, you can sell them, right? So that's kind of where that started with music, and then I just kind of adapted that into the roofing industry. And I'm like, well, roofers really are rough around the edges, so let's just kind of make fun of some of the things I've seen in the industry that, and it goes along with any construction trade or anything. There's drinking, there's the guy that never shows up, there's the guy that throws his career down the drain, and just kind of poke fun at it, kind of like a Trailer Park Boys type of feel. And that's where it kind of stemmed from, making stupid videos, making people laugh. And then once people laugh and tell you how funny you are, doesn't help, and you're going to keep doing it, right? And kind of pushes you to keep going.
Yeah.
So here I am 10 years later.
Yeah, you started putting some of the videos out. They got some attention. They went kind of viral almost.
The
And
first one went like viral. It was like about 9 years ago, and I made one called "The Best Damn Roofer," and it was just about a guy smoking pot and drinking, and it was like the shittiest rap song ever. But I think it was the only one out, right? And
yeah.
it got like 5,000 views in the first day, and I'm like, I just made this little funny song and a funny video on my iPhone. It wasn't well produced by any means.
And
And I
then you
was like,
went,
okay,
you went, I got something here, right? Was it
yeah.
like always the plan to like build up this big, huge following? And what was the hoped for result from that by building that following, if that was the plan?
The idea was to get into the industry and be a sales rep. So that was my end game when I did this. But I was like, the roof. What I always thought about the industry is that there's guys in suit and ties trying to sell the roofers, and the roofers are like, "Fuck this guy," if I can swear. Sorry, but they're like, just doesn't.
Not the first
They,
time ever. Hey, we got a double bird on here one time, so it was. We're okay. We're good.
okay, I swear, and I'll try to swear less. Right, but what was the topic? Sorry, I got off topic there.
No, was there a plan like, hey, I got 5,000 views on this thing in a day. I can make some out of this, and what was the hope for result? You said you were going to be a sales guy.
Sales guy, yeah. So that was kind of the end result of it, like, so you can get into sales in my end of my career. So once I quit roofing, I'm like, I'll have a different career already set up. It's already there now. So I'm a sales rep for several different companies. So that was the end result, is that you get these roofers to laugh at you. And, I'm one with the roofers. I'm not just a sales guy. I'm still doing the roofing. Right. So they have respect for you, especially if you make them laugh. So that when it comes to sales, everybody already knows who I am. So if I go to sell something, it's easy to talk to you because they come to you. So I go to a trade show and there's 100 people standing around me. It's easy to sell. They're already listening to you. Right. So I've broken that barrier of sales. That's why you see a lot of retired NFLers, retired NHLers. They go into car sales because it's easy, because people come in to see you. They want to see the retired NHL player, right? So that was kind of my goal from day one. I think I spoke of this before, but my dad was like, I don't know if it's a good idea, like doing all this shit. People are going to think it's really you, and you're drinking and you're smoking dope and you're ripping clients off. I'm like, well, if they might, but I mean, a lot of the people that are watching you aren't going to hire me either. They're roofers, right? So they're not they're not their client base anyway. My clients aren't watching roofer videos, I wouldn't think, right? They're probably watching like Young and the Restless or something. You know what I mean? So it never really crossed paths until now. So like, people will hire me because of the videos. Like, oh, it's awesome. Like, can you make a video at my house? Can you yell at me and my wife? Like, can you go in my house and steal my beer? I'm like, yeah, sure. Right. Like, let's do this. Right. But they're paying me 10 grand to do their roof. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do your fucking video for you.
That's super funny that it's become a thing that like your customers know, and they want you to do a funny video at their place. Like, because I think a lot of people that watch your content, whether it be on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook, wherever it is, I think you're right. I think a lot of them think that's who you are. I actually saw a review on Facebook. It was like, oh my God, this guy charges more for this political belief versus that political belief. I wait till the DVD gets a hold of that, right? Like, people actually believe this.
I made a video about me ripping shingles off. I was a liberal client, and he didn't pay his the rest of his bill, so I took his shingles off, and I made love to his wife. Right. But it's my house. I'm ripping the shingles off. We were doing putting dormers in. So I'm taking the old roof off, which I had planned to. And people were calling the police on me, thinking I'm stealing from people. Like, and it says right in the description, like, it's a comedy show, it's fictional character. But I just would love to see the dispatch for the 911. Like, oh, it's the best damn roofer again. They know me by name now. Like, oh, not him again. Like, so I've had Family Child Services called on me, OSHA, which is the Ministry of Labor in Canada, the police, you name it. People have called whatever they can to think, because they think it's real. So
personally, I think that's the best humor, the humor that seems real. Like, oh my, it's so close to being what the real story is that you're like, oh, I finally got one. I see one. Like, that's what they look like. I got to tell everybody.
Well, people even share my content thinking they're going to get me in trouble. Like, look what this guy's doing this. And you're going to share my video and tag the Ministry of Labor in it, or like they're tagging like government officials in it. Like, he's destroying our community. Like, no, it's a funny YouTube video. So you literally have these people that are mad, but they're one of your best marketers. So it's like this huge platform for free marketing if you just piss people off. Right.
Which one do you find the most value in? Like, because there's multiple channels. You got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and you have some billion different places to be. Which one's the one that works best for you for the result you're looking for?
Well, I've been kicked off all of them. So all these platforms you see, like I had over 500,000 just on TikTok. They deleted that. This is my third Facebook page, my second YouTube, and my second Instagram. So I'm almost at 1 million deleted followers. So I'm shadow banned, and so none of them are. They're all worthless in my opinion for making money off of. You have to get out there. So you have to let people know you. It's good for getting awareness, but like I make profits off selling product tools, selling diamond shingles, like actually selling stuff in the industry. So like there's no value in YouTube for advertisements. So minimal. You have to do 2 million views per episode to make anything substantial. So in my opinion, there's nothing. The only value I get is getting reach, and then I use that reach to then make money off sales, jobs, tools, shingles, you name it, right? So I even do marketing now for people like you. You want to promote your show. We do a video and we can help push my episode to help further push your channel, right?
Yeah, that's ingenious and really.
So they all come in handy, but they're all useless in the same sense. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I looked into the whole YouTube thing about monetizing it a while back, and I went, "That's not even worth the amount of."
Don't even waste your time having commercials on your page, right? Yeah. Like,
well, now I don't mind having I will put no promotions allowed on my YouTube, which then they're not going to push it out quite as much. But I have my own promotions for sponsors of our show. And so like Atlas Roofing Shingles is our premier sponsor. They're amazing, awesome people, great culture. If you're not using them, go check them out. But they are the ones that make this possible. And it's much more beneficial to us than a few cents off of a YouTube video.
Yes,
really, exactly. Truthfully, the whole purpose of this Contractor Radio thing is to give others some insight into how others are figuring it out, how others are solving the problems that we're all dealing with on a daily basis. And the coolest thing to me about all this, there's 1,000 different ways to skin this cat and get it naked. You got you with your comedy channel and this approach that you have. And then you got the stuffiest guy in the world out there that looks at it very professional and the whole bit. It can be completely opposite ends of the spectrum and still be uber successful. I think I like the ones that are a little bit more built around them, built around their uniqueness. Do you think that's a big part of it for you? Just who you are naturally?
Yeah, that's the one thing. I don't ever try to be myself. You don't see me like I don't try to be anything, but I'm a roofer. That's what I am. So I mean, I'll go to trade shows and be the character that I've created, but in all honesty, I'm a roofer. So I mean, I don't try to go out and say I'm I've built these. A lot of people on YouTube lie. They want you to like and subscribe, and they tell you more than they're not. They're afraid to tell you about their mistakes. I mean, best part about being my character is that he's already made all the mistakes and he's shown everyone. So it literally can't fuck up now, right? You've already watched the videos where I've done all that. So anything else I've done, people are like surprised, and it's intriguing to them now, like because they've already had the worst impression of you possible, and they're like, man, this guy's making tools. He's this independent sales rep for a massive manufacturer. He's he got his hands in everything. Okay, and it's more intriguing rather than someone telling you how intriguing they are, right?
Yeah, you get to see the story play out without them telling you an embellished story. It's to me, as I started watching some of the videos. The one that caught my attention right away was the is it called a flatula or flashula? This way that
flashula.
Yeah,
I was cooking in my trailer with a spatula, but it was made of a piece of flashing. Right?
Yeah, you're cutting it with 10 snips. Guy, you're like, hey, give me your 10 snips. The guy drops his 10 snips on the ground. You had the first one, it was like dirty. Like, nah, that one's got oil all over. You can't cook on that. It cracked me. It was humorous. It was funny.
That was a real day, though. I actually made a spatula out of flashing to cook for the crew.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's the thing. Like, how much of it is real and how much of it is a little bit of a character? And I think that's the brilliance of it is you don't know. Would you agree?
Well, yeah, like you can tell some of the ones where I'm going to extreme, like eating caulking or killing someone, right? There's episodes where people die in it, right? Like, you know what I mean?
I gotta watch.
So there's some pretty crazy ones in there, right? We've done some extreme videos, and you have to be very careful because when you do the extreme videos, people think you're real. Like then they'll and that's one of the things I was faulted for on my pages is they take me off for like, you know, they thought it was real. So I'm doing these extreme things, but I'm not. I'm not poisoning myself. I'm not endangering anybody. And so those ones I put warnings on in the front of the video just in case, right?
That brings up something for me. Is there any inspiration from like Jackass the show, that type of thing? Do you get any?
My inspiration for the show came from a character called Crumlord. He's an actual roofer, I believe, from Chicago, and he was like the first videos on YouTube of this like bald-headed roofer is like drinking vodka, like squeezing in his cup. And he's a real roofer, and he's like Crumlord. He's just like he's got melanoma. He's just like greasy-looking fella, right? I don't even know if the poor guy's still alive, but look up the Crumlord. He's like he was drinking and roofing. He's just like just smashing shingles on, doing poor work, and I'm like, he's the Crumlord, right? And that's kind of where like
neat little
big time took that along with
right?
Trailer Park Boys, right? The Canadian Trailer Park Boys. So kind of combine those two ideas, and then I put some music behind it, and it was kind of like it's also a venting thing for me, so I can act like something I'm not, so I can say things I'm not supposed to. But it wasn't me; it was this jackass roofer I've created, right? So
it's just putting all kinds of ideas in my mind because now you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a coach, right? Like there's all over the place. When we first started 10 years ago, we were like the only one, and now they're everywhere. And now I'm like, hey, how about I do best damn coach? And go say all the things I've wanted to say without really saying the things.
Best damn.
I feel a lot of fun to do. What's the craziest real life story you've ever had as a roofer? Because I've had some crazy experiences out there with customers and with crews and stuff like that. What's the craziest one?
Oh, the one time, like this big boy, like he was mad. The homeowner was pulling into her driveway, and he was driving a transport truck, and he was behind her, and he just went like road rage. So we were trying to clean the driveway up for the nails just in case she was driving in. We're just doing that. Well, this gentleman drove this massive transport truck, wasn't having someone stop in front of him. He just pulled over. He's like ready to attack this woman and her son. And I'm right on the front lawn with these people, and like the son spit in this guy's face. And this guy must have been about 285 pounds, right? And he grabs this like 17-year-old kid by the throat, and he's gonna punch him right in the face. And I got my roof, and it was like had a cedar shake rip, so I had a pitchfork, and I just like looked like the gladiator. I just put her over my shoulder, like leave that kid alone. Like I ran at him with all might because I was about 20 yards away, and this big guy he turned from me because I had a pitchfork, and he started running, right? And he tripped and fell on his back, and he goes, you hit that kid, I'll fucking kill you. And he goes, I know jujitsu. He's laying on his back, and he put his hands up. I said, I just got out of prison, and his name tag said Mike right on it. I just got out of prison, Mike. I don't mind going back because my wife can't cook, and the sex is better in there. And he looked at me like, get in your car, Mike. And that was one of the craziest situations I've ever been in. I felt I had to stand up for the homeowner. So they were pretty happy with me. And Mike went on his way. The cops came there. And that wasn't the first time the cops have been called on a roof either. So, but that's the craziest thing I've ever had to do is like to protect the homeowner. I'm like, oh, here we go. Right.
Wow, that's a wild story, right?
Yeah.
Fortunately, I had a pitchfork in your hand, or the kid would have been punched in the face.
Yeah, like I want to get my down payment, right? So
yeah, they got to be safe. I got to get a payment from them.
Yeah, protect the homeowner at all costs until they pay. Then they're on their own, right?
So, what happens? Like, do you put people on blast if they don't pay you?
Oh yeah, I'll put people on blast if they screw me around. Oh yeah. I'm a roofer still. I have roofer mentality, right? So I had one company. I'm not even supposed to talk about it because I'm legally bound not to. I cannot give up the name of the company, but they owed me over 180,000, and we had several contractors working. So I was like that'll sink a guy, right? So I just I was gonna put him on blast on my channel, and then we actually had to. They had a lawyer get involved. We had basically a contract where I got paid out in full, and I could never talk about that situation again. I can't mention their name, right? So
gotcha.
It's happened. I've used leverage like that before, right? I've used it before to get money out of people. Like, you're not paying, it's fine. You're gonna have so many. It's not gonna work out well for you. Put it that way, right?
Another little hidden value of having some influence.
Especially a bunch of roofers, right?
What's been the most surprising thing? What's been the most surprising thing of, now it's over 1 million followers over time. What's been the most surprising thing that's come out of it?
The most surprising thing that has come out of all of this, that's a neat question. So being a roofer, not surprised much of what I see anymore, but just the love from the community. I didn't know there was going to be that much like love. Like, so when I go to like these trade shows, like people just like the respect and the thanks they give me. Like I've had people, I had cancer for 6 months and I went through chemo, and it's your videos that brought me joy in the darkest times. Like I didn't think it was going to bring people that much joy, right? Like that's happened several times over the last decade where it's people like wholeheartedly, like in the darkest times. Like my dad was a roofer, I lost my dad, and it's just your videos have brought me so much joy, and I didn't think it would bring that much people joy. Like I didn't think that was so that surprised me a lot, like how much it's affected people in a good way, right? So anyone that gives me hate on it, I'm like, I've had so much positive and love from it. You can hate me all you want, it's not gonna bother me, right? I know what I've done for people, and that's what surprised me the most, that the genuine good feelings I've brought to people. And it's, some people say it's changed their life and made it for the better, which is like unreal, right? Just from your
That
phone making funny videos. So
that is cool, man. That's really cool.
so that's a blessing
I
right
love
there.
I love seeing that kind of stuff. So let's talk music for a second. So you opened
Yeah.
up for Offspring, Blink 182. Like those are no joke bands right there. I got a chance to watch one of your videos, Freedom. If you guys haven't seen it, go to YouTube, look up Best Damn Roofer. It's going to be right there. You're not going to be able to miss it. You're where are you at in Canada? I know you're in Canada, but where at in Canada?
Niagara Falls is the closest location. It's a bit like, I live right between Niagara Falls and Toronto, so it's called the
Okay.
Niagara area. It's like the
So
wine
you're where all the
area.
Canadians live. Like I
Yeah,
heard
the densest population, right?
yeah, what was this crazy stat that there's more Canadians south of the northernmost American border than there are Americans, because you
Yeah.
guys live in like Vancouver and Toronto, as warm as you can possibly get.
Yeah, right there
So
on the border, right?
so there obviously some political strife I'm not aware of, didn't know anything about really. So I kind of was interested. Like you hear all the political strife here in America all over the places
Yeah.
everywhere. And I didn't know that type of thing was going on. And there you are with two giant flags on you, a Canadian flag. I don't know what the other flag was. What was the other flag?
The other flag is the red ensign. I have three flags that I fly: the Canadian, the red ensign, and the Loyalist flag. It looks like the Union Jack. Those are the three flags that were flown in Canada. The Loyalist looks a lot like the Union Jack. So during World War II, they gave all the soldiers the red ensign, which my grandfather would have worn in the war. Um, and then, of course, now the traditional Canadian flag that was established in the '60s. So I call that the Liberal flag, though.
It's okay. It's okay. Uh, we're not going to get into that depth of it, but I thought it was great. Like the quality of lyrics, your voice was amazing, and the production was awesome. Like, where does that all come from?
Well, we own a production company, Big Time Productions. Like that's one thing that's evolved into me owning a production company. We do all the commercials for Primeline Tools Canada. We are starting a new endeavors with a new company that's releasing a tool store or a roofing store across Canada. We're going to be releasing there and doing all their marketing and their commercials. We've shot commercials for Diamond Steel. We've also shot stuff for behind the tool belt, several different companies we've worked for. That's another business that I own. I'm CEO of that one. So when you see some really well produced videos, that's me and my partner Mark Charbonneau. He plays Dick the homeowner in the videos with the
Yeah.
glasses.
If you guys haven't seen any of those videos, you got to go watch them. They're
Yeah. So when he got involved with me as about 3 years ago now, that's when the evolution of the videos and the music changed, because I was just doing stuff myself. But Mark is a musical engineer and a videographer and a camera guy. He's everything I needed to make my channel better, and then it made it so much better that we started our own production company. So when you see something that well, we've put some time and effort into it. It's not just your regular video that we hand bomb on the cell phone and throw out there. We designed that one specifically for the freedom movement, for everybody to it's kind of like the anthem for the freedom movement here in North America, which is pretty amazing. People play it all over. It's awesome, right?
Yeah,
So
it was really well done. It's
thank you.
like I was like MTV level done video. It was well done.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you still play?
Yeah, I played performed on Sunday. I just did a couple songs there. I did my Freedom song, and then I got a performance on the 21st, which is a undisclosed venue yet, for charity, because they try to close us down when we do charity events here. For our government's really strict on people fighting for fundamental rights and freedoms of Canadians. Different subject entirely. But and then I have 2 shows in Toronto on the 4th and 5th at Roof Tech. So be pulling about half hour. I'm the #1 selling roofing artist in the world. #1. Roofs by Dawn's coming second place. Roofs by Dawn's got a new track. It's pretty good. Right?
There was another guy that did rap stuff. I
can't Roofs by Dawn. He's great.
Yeah,
he's great.
I didn't know awesome. That he did rap, but I knew there was another guy, because the guy wanted to do a rap for Contractor Coach Pro. And didn't quite fit our culture, but it was pretty good. Like, I have to say, he had some talent.
Well, we do jingles. If you guys want a jingle, you just come to Big Time Productions. I'll have a jingle for you.
Maybe we should talk. I've been wondering what is the jingle
look anything,
like for a coaching service. Where's it all headed? What's the end game?
Well, the end game is, like, I see myself doing marketing and doing production and tool development. So I'm also making tools with Primeline Tools Canada, and that's kind of where I want to end my career in sales, right? So still making music. I mean, I'm not trying to be, I don't want to be, I'm like, my goal isn't to be, I want to be a super famous Kardashian or whatever, right? Like, I want to still do roofing. I'm a father of 5 kids. My next stage of my life, in the next 10 years, I hopefully have some grandkids. And I just, I'm just a roofer, man. I'm just one of the guys. I'm always going to be that. I don't really strive to be anything other than a roofer. That's all I've ever done. So that's all I know.
It's cool when we know who we are. Right? Like, you're pretty clear on your identity, even though you have like this pseudo identity out there. You're a roofer, and you're cool with it, which that's not something that most kids sitting in high school were going, man, I can't wait to be a roofer. Right? Like, I didn't think about that way. They all want to be astronauts and athletes, all that other good stuff. But there's a lot of good that comes from doing what we do. And you're proving it here. That's pretty cool to me.
There's a lot of less people doing it too, right? So, I mean, the education system doesn't teach you to work with your hands. They want you to be, going on the next step of education, which is university, that costs you money. I mean, if I could do it over again, I would start my business when I was 15 in high school, learn to do framing and everything, right? Instead, you were smoking pot, running around, getting bad grades. But because that didn't suit me. I didn't want to do English. I didn't want to write essays. I didn't want to do that stuff. But I mean, if they would have got me into building and got me into trades in high school, a person like me, and there's a lot of other people like me, that'd be better off. If I came out of high school knowing what I knew 5 years after high school, right? You teach kids trades. It's okay to do trades. I mean, there's houses everywhere. We need to have people that want to do trades. And I think that the education systems should actually start at a younger age, to start to teach kids that maybe that's what they're going to be into, right? Johnny, that swings a hammer for me, he's never going to go to university. We weren't going to go to university. You can just tell right away, that's not where we're going to end up, right? So if we could, if the education system could actually realize that there's kids that aren't going to go to university, don't stop pushing for that. Let's push them to the trades and have more of a trades-based education system for people that are out there, make it diverse rather than, pushing kids for college and university. Because
somebody's got to do the work at some point, right?
Right, exactly.
And fits certain people. Like here in the States, we have shop class, right? Like, I don't know. Did you guys have shop class?
Yeah, we had shop class, right?
It's not really like you build a birdhouse or something like that. It's not like doing real trades work. And that we do have like trade schools that are like 2-year programs for very specific things, diesel engines and project management and things like that. But I think there needs to be more of an effort towards our youth to let them know that this is something that we can do. We can do it well. We can get paid extremely well for it, which I don't think a lot of people get that part just yet. And I think once that clicks, that a roofer can make great money because there's not very many of them, and he has a skill that not many people have, people will pay for that. Do you see that shifting at any point, or do you think it's going to keep going the way it's going, with less and less of it?
Well, I'm hoping it doesn't. I mean, we're working with a female crew right now. We've trying to get women into the trades as well. We've been working with the Roofer Girl and a couple other companies. But I mean, I'm trying to push people into educating or bettering themselves, because I taught myself how to do metal. I was really just self-taught on the metal. So like I'll do stuff with companies in the local areas of Southern Ontario where you want me to, I'll sell you the roof, and then if you want me to be there on the job, I'll split the job with you and be there for majority of the job and teach you and your crew to do that type of work, right? So
I think
it's
you're
harder
actually
to.
doing that right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on a job right now. I mean, if you can see, they're doing there's a work there, so they're Edge Roofing wanted to do seamless troughs, right? So there's you don't use the mitered corners, right? But it's a tough technique because you're down by you're measuring to the eighth of an inch, right? And one mess up means you got to put another 40-foot piece of trough on, so it costs you hundreds of dollars, right? So he's a
Yeah, the
friend of
guys.
mine. I've been working with him for a while, and whenever he has something he wants to learn, he just brings me on as a partner on the job, and we go from there. And I've done that for several companies throughout Ontario, right? Even traveled into the States to help people. If they sell a diamond roof, I always tell people, if you sell it, you can, I'll come out for the day, right? Because I make percentage of sales. So I do that on a regular basis, helping people out, learn a little bit more, but there's no infrastructure. So, I mean, maybe that's something I might do, try to have something, in the industry, which is more concrete than we have right now. Because there is no education. You can just go out there and roof. There's no one, especially in Ontario. There's no one comes out and checks your work, right? As long as it doesn't leak, right?
Sounds
Might be
like
done
Texas.
wrong, but doesn't leak, right? So,
Yeah,
um,
sounds like
it would be
Texas.
nice if roofing could have more of an apprenticeship type of tiered education system where you start off as a journeyman and make your way into a craftsman, into a master of your trade, right?
Yeah. Actually, there's one state that does that pretty well. It's California. They force you, and you got to actually work in the job for 4 years as like a journeyman before you can even
Yep.
go apply for a business license, which I think is great. I think it ensures that the quality is probably going to be much better for the consumer out there, which is really what we're all about too. The
Yeah.
reason we coach contractors and do what we do is I want the consumer out there to have somebody they can trust, somebody that's going to do it right, live up to their promises, deliver on expectations, and hopefully exceed them. There's something to be said for doing it right, and that makes just as much money as doing it wrong, but you get to stay around for a while,
Yeah.
which is pretty cool. Um,
Well, in Canada here, like where we live, like, so if you want to start a business and be a roofing company, go down to or you don't have to go down to the city hall. You just go print off a thing and pay your $68, and you got a business license. And then you
there's a
go get
lot.
these shoddy ass insurance that, get the cheapest insurance you can, contractor insurance, and then literally have a truck or a minivan with a ladder on it, and you're in business, right?
That's actually why I think so many contractors fail. I think it's such a
Yep.
low barrier of entry into a pretty high barrier to success. Like you got to have some craftsmanship, you got to understand some business, you better understand finance. There's more to it than just selling roofs and putting them on. And I think that's what takes most of us out is there isn't some kind of way of ensuring that we're able to actually run a business versus sell a roof or put a roof on. So that's why we're here. That's why we exist. I'm kind of glad that it happens because we have jobs now. I have a question for you.
Certainly.
We'll finish it on this note. I'm a young Josh Bigger. I aspire to be something of what you are, and you're giving advice to me. So our listeners out there, they're listening to this show, podcast, YouTube, wherever they're watching or listening to it, and they want to create a following like what you have. Maybe not exactly the same, but they want to create a big following. Do you think that's still possible? Number one, and number two, would you do it any different than the way you've done it to this point?
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna make content, always do it. You got to keep doing it. You can't stop, right? So that's one thing. If you want to do it, just keep doing it. So dedicate yourself. It's a lot of time. And anything I do differently, because I probably would do a little bit differently if I had to think about it, because I've got so many times I've been deleted and kicked off social media because of the antics. But in the same breath, that also made me who I was, because I just didn't care. That was also one of my slogans. I don't give a fuck, like. So that was the sell of the character. So like, what I would say is find something that you think will work. Believe in yourself. Don't be fake. Be who you are. And if you're going to go online, make sure to not read every comment, because you're going to have so much bad flack if you're doing something. just let it slide off your back. I mean, I get 10,000 things a day telling me how much people hate me, right?
Yeah,
So like, it is what it is,
if you're
right?
gonna be edgy, expect to get some edginess back for sure.
Even if you're even if you're nice and peaceful and perfect, someone's gonna still call you and say that guy's an idiot. I don't like the way you look, and they're like the internet's so easy to throw out negative comments. So
I actually love that. There's a topic I really love, and I like to share whenever I have somebody like you on here. And really, all of us are like you in the reality. We all have a voice. We've been imbued with some talent in a specific area and a way about us that's attractive to other people. It's our measure. We got this group of people that likes what we do, but that thing is also repellent to others, right? Like
yeah,
they're either going to love you or they're going to hate you. There isn't much in between. Be okay with that, because what you're doing is you're attracting the people like you that want to work with you, and they see things through a very similar lens to the lens you do, and your experience is going to be a lot better with them instead of trying to be everything to everybody. Because when you are, you're going to bring some everybody's in there that don't fit with you. You're going to have a bad
and don't waste your time arguing with them either. Like if you're gonna like, so I've seen that like influencers that have all these people that don't like what they've done. Don't waste your time. It pisses someone off. If someone says a comment to you and says, "Oh, they don't like this and that," and you respond to it, they know they got you, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got you, right?
That's some
They
good
got you.
advice right
They're
there.
wasting your time arguing with the guy, right? So that's one thing that people have to learn is just let everything go. Like what online's online. Just put it out there and don't saturate yourself. And like people think I'm on the phone all day long making videos. I work all day. I put stuff out. I don't saturate myself on social media. I don't go look at too much other content only specific to roofing basically, or contractors. Like, I watch shows like yours or other small stuff that pertaining to my industry. I don't go out there looking for trouble. Don't waste my time on it, right? Because that's another thing too. You can get lost on social media. Next thing you know, you wasted 6 hours today doing nothing that didn't benefit you, right?
Yeah,
Arguing with somebody about how much he doesn't like you.
I have to be careful on your TikTok. Cause I noticed myself. I went one, and then there was two, and there was. Well, hold on a second. I'm going down the road again. Like, don't do that. I'm going to get lost
The
in
rabbit hole.
Yeah, which it's fun at some points, but not when it's time to be productive and valuable to the rest of the world out there by doing what it is you do.
Yep.
I got another question for you.
Yeah, man.
I'm still that young guy. I'm trying to figure all this out. There's so many options. You got Twitter, Facebook, and in Facebook you got groups and pages and public figure pages and your own personal page and all that other good stuff. You got LinkedIn, you've got YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat. You're coaching me today. What's the one I should go after to start with?
I always tell people to start with TikTok only because things go viral quicker because it has the largest amount of followers per capita, right? Like, so it's the biggest one. So if you're going to go viral, that's the one you're going to get the most followers. And what that'll do is if you say you get 2,000 followers right off the gate, like within a month or two, it's going to make you feel good. That's going to make you want to, go forward and keep doing it. Like Twitter's harder to go viral on. Same with Instagram. So like Facebook and TikTok are the two ones you can gain followers quickly, I find. So that's going to give you motivation to keep going. So I always say pick 3 to start off. So you pick Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok will be, and you can share on all 3 platforms, right? You can watch those grow. Instead of picking 1, pick 3. Right now I'm on like 5 or 6, and on Facebook I have 4 pages. It makes you insane how much shit I got going on my phone. But start with 3. 3 is the magic number. So whether it be Twitter, LinkedIn, but make TikTok one of those 3. Just because.
Once you see one like going off, do you like lean into that one and kind of set the others to the side, or do you just say I'm really going to focus there and just push everything out to the other ones?
I share equally on every page, even if it's I put it out on here, but like let's say for instance say Facebook is hot. Yeah, you'd stick to one. Like Facebook's always the best I find for communication and business. I don't know why. It just seems like more people use it for their livelihood and their business. TikTok's more for fun and getting your content out there. But Facebook is, for me and a lot of other people, it's more business structured, right? So you see a lot more. That's why I watch you on Facebook, right? You're on Facebook.
Yeah,
That's sort of,
Facebook and YouTube are kind of our two bigger
yeah,
things. We're on everything,
yep.
but those two are our bigger things. And that's just because of the type of content we share. Like our stuff is, I wouldn't say comical. I would say our stuff is more educational, that type of thing. And we're
Podcast style, you need to have a YouTube if you know. But if you're going to do funny skits or whatever, it depends kind of what your goal is and what your content's going to be. If you want to do 1 minute videos, then you stay away from YouTube and go on to the reels of TikTok. The reels, those are hot now. Everything's a reel, right? Or a short,
that's
right?
because our attention
So
span's the size of a gnat, right? Like
unfortunately, yeah. So the next campaign I'm doing, I'm making all my videos under a minute. So that you're going to see, I'm calling them best damn roofer bumps, right? They're just going to be little short, funny videos under a minute, under 30 seconds. Because that's
did you say bombs?
fit your
Like
bumps,
BOMBS?
like
Oh,
drugs,
geez.
right? Like little funny bumps, right? And little emotional bumps, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's the whole. It's the joke, right? I don't do that kind of drugs. I just make fun of it, is all. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
There was always this part of me that wanted to do kind of that alter ego type of situation. And I just knew what the investment was going to be versus what I got to do over here on the other side of my business. I don't know. Maybe you gave me a little encouragement. Maybe I'll go out there and do a little fun stuff.
You can
'Cause
always have fun. I mean, your comedy is going to be different than me or mine. So like, be funny. People like when someone makes you laugh, it makes you feel good. The human smile, the laughter is like literally the best medicine. I've said it before. I've said it several times. So like, if you're trying to sell something and you make me laugh, I'm going to remember that content. If you just do the same thing that everyone else is going to, you're going to fall into the back of my mind. But oh, that guy made me laugh. He did that funny thing. Oh yeah, that's this, right? It brands you better, right? So comedy is necessary. I mean, it's used in marketing all the time, right? So um, that's what I think people need to be. They have to be a little more funnier at times. You don't. All seriousness doesn't work in this kind of social media platforms because it just falls in the same category as everybody else, bland, right?
well,
Um,
well, we got some fun stuff coming out. We shot some good stuff. I can't say anything about it yet because it's coming out, but we had a pretty good idea from one of our guys in house, and we're going to play around with it.
awesome.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, I wish you the best on that. I mean, if you need any tips from somebody that's always used to making people laugh,
Hey, okay. So if I'm that guy. I'm like, hey, I would like to learn. Like, is there like a recipe? Is there some key things that you got to do to make people laugh?
well, it depends. Depends how you create, like how creative you are, and right. I mean, for a lot of times, I just find it like for our comedy, I find a topic and then I just kind of shoot from the hip. I'm more of an improv actor, and like I like the improv where it's
That's me.
spontaneous, right? But I mean, we do write punchlines and jokes, and then it's all the delivery too, right? Much like if you ever watch comedian, they do the same thing. They draw this joke out, and then there's that punchline after 2 minutes, right? And they draw you back and they close it up, right? I mean, you can watch anyone's stand up; it's all very similar, right? So there is like outlines you can follow, right?
So
There's
if you're ever in one of those situations where I don't know if you've ever been in a group setting like this before, where somebody asks you, tell us something about yourself that nobody else would know. Have you ever
I
had
look
it?
terrible naked.
Okay.
I see, just something stupid, right?
Exactly. And mine is always that. Like, there's always been this little part of me that I want to get up on stage and I want to give it a whirl. I want to do an open mic night, that type of thing. It's been. I sat there. I went to a comedy show this past week. A good friend of mine, he's one of our clients, was in town. He had tickets to his comedy show. He had done the same thing a few months before with me, and I couldn't go, and I sent the rest of my staff, and they had a blast. Joe Rogan was there. Ron
Oh
White
yeah, that's been
showed up,
awesome.
and there's no like list of people. It's just people that show up and do a bit,
Wow.
and I'm like, yeah, I'm not missing that again. I'm in. So I go, and none of the people did I know at all. And 2 out of the 12 we saw were actually funny. It was not very good. And that's a little bit of the encouragement too. Like, oh man, if I just put a little bit of effort into this, I think I could actually pull this off. And so what holds us back from taking that leap? I know it's fear, but fear of
People
what?
have it's the fear of people are going to think you're not doing a good job, right? Like that's what you're scared of. You're scared people are going to think you're funny, right?
But should you
But
really care?
that's you shouldn't care. Yeah, it's like who gives a shit? Eh? As long as you're having fun, right? I mean, but I mean, live audience is a lot harder than talking to a phone.
Oh
So
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I can do anything on the phone, but it's still, I mean, nerves are real. When you start seeing people's faces looking at you, like, the heat goes up, the sweat comes
Yeah,
down, right?
you don't get that first smile or laugh in the first 30 seconds. You're like, uh-oh, I'm bombing.
Yeah, right. I mean, that's what everyone's fearing, right? So it's just like jumping, into cold water. Like it's going to be cold to free, you put your foot in, but just fucking jump right in over your head, right? What's the worst going to happen? People laugh at you, or they don't laugh at you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst going to happen? I mean,
So what's the fastest movement by a human being?
the fastest movement by a human being is a roofer when the homeowner leaves the beer fridge open, as far as I've ever seen,
So
right?
the fastest thing I've ever seen is my daughter dead asleep in her bed, and her dog starts that hacking noise, like it's about to throw up deal.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, from a dead sleep to a full sprint like that, just boom, out the door, doing everything he can to get this dog outside so it
I've
pukes
been there.
outside, right? And so that's most of us. I think most of us are like that. Like we can be dead asleep and that dog does that. But what about the cat? When the cat's doing the same thing underneath your bed.
A hairball, I'll get it
Yeah,
later.
exactly. You're like,
Well, the
man,
cat's puke's only this big. The dog is like the size of a pizza, right? Like, oh man, I need a shovel, right?
like, oh man, I gotta get out of bed. I'm just gonna sleep through it. We'll get it when it's dry later, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hey,
I got so many cats and dogs that they'll just get eaten by another one, right? Somebody will clean it up,
yeah,
right?
the dog will eat the cat, so that'll be perfect.
Yeah,
Oh man. Hey, Josh, this has been a blast. I've kept
it
you a
has
few
been.
minutes over the time that we had set aside. I appreciate you being on today. I appreciate you being you. It's just cool. And getting to know you a little bit better, going, all that fictional stuff isn't really like Josh is playing off of the stereotype of what people perceive roofers to be. And I don't know. Have you noticed that roofers have kind of upped their game in the last 5, 7 years or so? Or do you think they're still kind of the same?
Well, I mean, roofers have the bad name, but roofing in the industry has changed over the last few years, and I think it's because of the internet, because of people take pride in their work. You can show your work off. So, like 10 years ago,
You can
15
also
years
get
ago,
called out.
yeah, you get exactly. So, the internet wasn't there 15 years ago, so it just roofer couldn't show off and stuff. Yellow pages was the only type of advertisement we could have. Now a roofer can take pride in his work, show it off online, take pictures of your beautiful diamonds or your beautiful metal work or your nice asphalt work. So every roofer who owned a roofing company is now become a marketer as well. Although they might not know it, they're doing small amount of marketing with their Facebook page or even their cell phone, right? I mean, it's kind of changed the game a lot for many different
Yeah,
companies.
I think we're exposed, both the good and the bad. Like we're
Yeah.
exposed and able to show our work and do these things that we're proud of. We're also exposed, like if we don't do it, like we're gonna get called out by the homeowner. Josh got a phone call. It came through, so you can tell he got. There we go. And I'm gonna lose him on audio here because as soon as he gets a call, I don't get his audio back. If he wants to hop out and come back in, I'll get you connected with him. We were right there at the end anyway, so it worked out perfectly. Josh, you got audio or no audio? No, he's got no audio. All right, Josh, you're good. We'll see you later. Peace out, brother. I see you. Thank you very much. You were awesome. We'll let you go. Go out there and be big time, man. All right, everybody. That was our show today. We had Joshua Bigger, Mr. Big Time himself, the best damn roofer from Bigger Roofing. If you get a chance, go listen to his Freedom song. It's pretty dang good. He's got a lot of talent. He showed a roadmap of how to be successful doing what we do from an influencer standpoint. If you've been thinking about that, don't let the fear stop you. Go try, and don't just stop if it doesn't go exactly the way you want right away. Keep going, keep being consistent. It'll get better and better and better over time. Our show is proof of it. It was terrible whenever I first started, but we've gotten better and better and better over time. We're able to navigate some pretty amazing conversations, share some amazing content with you, and help you become that contractor that you're aspiring to be. If you are a contractor that wants to get better, to raise the bar, to apply some of the practices you hear here on Contractor Radio, but you just don't know how yet, and you'd like to get some insight, go to our website, contractorcoachpro.com. Click on the assessment button, take the assessment. It's a no joke assessment. It's going to take you 15 or 20 minutes, but it's going to tell us a lot about you. So we can get through those aspects to actually get to some real coaching. And we'll give you 2 or 3 things that'll help you level up and propel your business forward. If you like coaching, want to work with us, great. If you don't, at least we served you well and helped you. If you've liked this show and you thought it was something that was valuable, you think it's something that could continue to help you, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you go and give us a thumbs up. Leave comments down below. Say whatever you want to say about Josh. He's probably not going to ever reply to you because if it's bad, he doesn't want to hear it. But if it's good, he'll probably get back to you. We love you guys. We want to help you get better. Let's go out there and raise the bar of what the homeowner perceives a professional contractor to be. We'll catch you next time on the next episode of Contractor Radio.